It's that time again. What? 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 The football has happened this weekend. Well, there was a lot of controversy um, within a couple of games for this weekend. That's certainly for sure. So we're going to begin up around these parts, around here, at the Studio Light. Oh dearie me. I mean, it was like a Halloween horror show, but you know, the 4-1 scoreline is very, very deceiving. Arsenal should nowhere have got anywhere near that scoreline. I mean, even before Arsenal scored their second goal, they should have easily been down to 9 men. It's simple. Sanchez diving about. For a start, he should have been sent off well within inside the first 30 fucking minutes of the game. Second of all, this whole penalty situation, regarding Arsenal claiming a penalty, which was apparently a clear-cut penalty. No, not by any stretch of the imagination. It was handbags at dawn. Kone had hold of Sanchez's shirt. Sanchez had hold of Kone's shirt, and because Sanchez threw himself to the ground, he brought Kone down with him. So technically, if you were to justify it was a foul, there'd be a foul for both sides. But how can you give a penalty and a free kick at the same time? Referee, to my surprise, actually did something, started to do something right. Apart from the fact he didn't give Sanchez a yellow card, because he even waved for no penalty. So therefore it's a yellow card. And then he goes, when Sunderland get awarded a clear penalty where Petr Cech should have been sent off. I'll get onto that in a second before you go fucking wild on the comments. Sanchez gets booked for still remonstrating how that was a penalty, but his wasn't. So therefore, he should have been sent off in that game twice. Twice. Not once, fucking twice. And he's just one of these typical dirty, foreign cheating players, isn't he? That's no good to the Premier League. And, karma's a bitch. Karma is a real bitch as well. Because you look at it, the whole Winston Reid goal last week for West Ham against Sunderland. Look what happened to West Ham. Who was to blame for the first goal? That's right, it was Winston Reid. So, karma's a bitch. You know what? I dread to think what might happen to Sanchez. Oh, terrible, terrible times for him, that's for sure. Ah, karma, how we love you sometimes. So yeah, going back to the Petr Cech thing. Petr Cech, he went for the ball. I mean, fucking hell, social media was on fire because there were people calling Bloody Mary because it was a red card. People going about, the new rules say it wasn't. The new rules back him up. It's fantastic. He only got a yellow card. That's all he deserved. No. And here's why. I've seen 3 replays from 3 different angles, and guess what? Each one, as Petr Cech's coming out, making himself look big, as any goalkeeper would, fair enough, credit to him. Initially, he has gone for the ball, yes. However, the moments leading up when he's near the ball, he doesn't get anywhere near it for a start. There is nothing to say that he's gone for that ball. Initially rushing out, yeah, you'd think that. He's got his left hand firmly on the ground. His right hand is doing nothing. It is not going for the ball. And he's brought down, deliberately, Duncan Watmore. It's as simple as that. It's a straight red card. There's no questions about it. There is no yellow card. It is a straight red card. So, the 4-1 false scoreline was just a joke. Arsenal should have been down to 9 men in that game. But you know what? We'll get some revenge. Sanchez will end up getting injured during the season. Some of the fans will party. It's what happens when you cheat, isn't it? And at the end of the day, Arsenal, they'll build up for a title race, and then, like always, they'll blow it. So, got an excuse to party again, pissing all over Arsenal, eh? So moving on anyway, going to move to Man United versus Burnley. Well, Mourinho, Jesus Christ, he's at it again, isn't he? Jose Mourinho. I mean, what can you say? What can you say? Sent to the stands. During half time as well. It was during half time he got sent to the stands, and you sit there and you think, Mourinho, yeah, he's in the stands. Oh well. Are we really surprised? It's what we've come to expect from Jose Mourinho, because he just gives it all that, doesn't he? He just doesn't know when to stop. So Middlesbrough earned a comfortable win against Bournemouth 2-0. This one, Man City beat West Brom 4-0. Not really surprising there. They were going to get back to winning ways. That was going to happen regardless. You just couldn't really tell when, because they have been a bit shite lately. And this one really caught my eye, I've got to say. Crystal Palace 2, Liverpool 4. And this was the biggest case of you score, we score, you score, we score, you score, and then you score again. There was 5 goals alone in the first half of this game, and it was just unbelievable to watch. End-to-end stuff throughout pretty much the entire game. There were dull periods in the match, of course, there are in any football game. But they're the sorts of games you'll want to watch, And Sky Sports lost out there, didn't they, to BT Sport? I mean, that's an epic game to have on BT Sport. It's as simple as that. Unlike the fraudulent shite that they showed earlier on. So we're going to move on. We're going to go to League 2, where poor old Hartlepool, I do believe they lost, lost 3-2. And they conceded 2 goals in the space of 3 minutes. Now granted, I'm just trying to read this here, they were 2-0 up, then it was 2-1 for a penalty but a red card offence. And it can't be, that's the thing with clubs, lower league clubs, they haven't got obviously the financial weight, they haven't got all these, fucking ridiculously overpriced players, Gareth Bale, and they're going to struggle. They are going to struggle, of course they are. They're going to get tired right near the end. And a team that knows they're up against a 10-man team, when it comes to the lower leagues, they're going to know they can get something from the game, regardless. And conceding 2 goals in 3 minutes, it was hard luck for Hartlepool. It really was, because they had a good game. They did have a really, really good game as well. So we're going to move on to probably the luckiest win of the weekend. Well, besides Arsenal, I'd say Arsenal was the luckiest win. And by the way, FYI Arsenal, worst team of the weekend. Congratulations, cheating little bastards. Oh, I can't wait for the comments to start rolling in about, oh no, they were cheating, no. No, so diving's allowed in football, that's fine, yeah, that's fine. Keeper wiping out a player, no intention to go for the ball, that's fine, yeah. Go fuck yourself before you even bother putting anything in the comments, you cunt. So probably the luckiest win, the second luckiest win of the weekend, comes Preston versus Newcastle. Now, don't get me wrong, Newcastle had the better chance of the game, especially during the first half. Preston had more chances though. Then the second half comes along, Newcastle take probably, I'd say slightly against the run of play, a 2-0 lead against Preston. And out of nowhere, Preston just fucking, Jesus Christ, they're like stormtroopers. Get a goal back. They rattle the woodwork right to the death as well, and oh, Jesus Christ, you're thinking, fuck me. And, that's the sort of team that Newcastle do need to genuinely be scared of as well. Teams like that are starting to come through the Championship. They're starting to show the bread and butter, and they're forcing the issue against other teams. Teams that they should be losing against, and they're not. Okay, this scenario, Preston were unlucky. They by far had the better chance of the game, and they should have won it, in my opinion. Nothing biased against Newcastle there. That's just the way I see it, But they got the win. Credit to Newcastle. But it's teams like that. That's what Newcastle need to be really, really wary of as well. They think they've had it easy so far. There's going to be tougher games coming up. Remember, you're not even halfway through the season yet, so there's going to be a lot more tougher games coming. So then, I'll just close it out. We're going to quickly move on to Sunday. Just briefly touch on this. You had Everton, Winston Reid. You're a fucking idiot. Honestly, why don't you just kick the ball out for a corner? What? Worst defender. There you go. You've had your worst team. There's the worst player of the weekend, Winston Reid. My player of the weekend, though, it's got to be Lukaku. Can this fucker stop scoring, please? Somebody. Please, stop Lukaku scoring. It's doing my head in. Oh, honest to God. And then Chelsea beating Southampton. So we're going to go on Monday. Stoke. Stoke just, it was unlucky to see Shaqiri, because he was going to be, he was bang on for actually my player of the weekend, because Shaqiri was everywhere last night against Swansea. He did really well. It was a pretty tight game. Swansea had the better of the chances, but again, like I keep saying, and nobody believes me when I say this, you want proof there. Swansea had the better of the chances. It's all about taking your chances. Stoke did that, 3-1. Bish bash fucking bosh, done. End of. They took the chances. So all these hippies that keep commenting, oh, you always say it's all about taking your chances. There's proof there. Newcastle against Preston. Preston didn't take the chances. Newcastle did. Oh, there we go. There's me just backing up Newcastle there. That's coming from a Mackem. Alright? And Sunderland, they didn't take all their chances. They got the penalty, they took that chance, yeah. Arsenal, granted, they took their chances, even though they should have been down to 9 men. Fair play, they got the win. Granted, yes, they cheated to win. Probably bungled the referee, you know, a few fucking quid in the back pocket there, no doubt. Wouldn't surprise me with a London club, to be honest with you. But, you know, it's been a lot of goals for this weekend, that's for damn sure. I mean, there's been a lot of 5-0 wins there as well, the likes of Fulham. Huge credit to Fulham there. That was a hell of a game that they played on Saturday. My God, I was not expecting 5-0. By God, did they wipe the floor. So, what was your game of the weekend? Because mine, I have to say Crystal Palace versus Liverpool. That's my game of the weekend. And as for the team of the weekend, it's got to go to Liverpool. It just has to, you know. Because having the commitment to take the lead, then, while Crystal Palace equalised, the heads could have gone down. They got on with it. Then the same happened again. They got on with it. Then they got on with it some more in the second half, you know. So Liverpool team of the weekend by far. So well done, Arsenal fans. Worst team of the weekend. Congratulations. And you even falsely won a game. It takes a lot to actually get that sort of award, doesn't it? It really fucking does.